Avengers Assemble! This is Chucky from Collecting for Fun, and today we're going to do a different type of review. I haven't done Marvel Legends before, so this is my first Marvel Legends review of sorts. This is the West Coast Avengers set, and this set comes with 5 figures. And this cover here is kind of an homage to the first issue of the West Coast Avengers regular series. There was a limited series, but this is the cover synonymous with the regular series. They have made some switches. So on the missing from the cover, like Spider-Woman, although was part of West Coast Avengers, was not in the first issue. So Wonder Man was, and I think he swapped out, I believe, in there. Hawkeye, I believe Wonder Man would be where she was, and Hawkeye is where Hank Pym was. Now Hank Pym was indeed in the series early on, he as a consultant, but he wasn't on the cover. That would have been Hawkeye. So unfortunately, Wonder Man and Hawkeye are not included in this set, which is kind of a shame. But I believe they've been released separately, so I think that's why they made some changes to add on some characters that you otherwise probably would not see, because I don't think, they're probably, although there'd probably be some demand for Hank Pym in his kind of orange jumpsuits, I don't think there would have been a lot of demand for him if he was separate. And in Spider-Woman, there probably would have been some demand. That's although there's been a few different Spider-Womans, this Spider-Woman, that's a really cool costume. I think she originally appeared in the Secret Wars comics, if I'm not mistaken. And so, so for her to be in this set, that's kind of cool, because otherwise I don't know if many people would be able to obtain her otherwise. So as you can see, we have Iron Man, Mockingbird, Spider-Woman, Tigra, and Hank Pym. So let's have a look at them. Mockingbird, for those that don't know, in the comic books, Mockingbird was married to Hawkeye. And in the comic books, I believe it's West Coast Avengers 37 or 38, around there. They actually got into a huge fight and ended up getting separated and eventually divorced, or maybe they divorced in that episode or issue. And that, funny enough, was my gateway back into comic books, because that was one of the first comic books I picked up, or the first comic book I picked up back in '87 or something, when I first started reading comic books again. And so that was quite interesting, because it had Moon Knight in there, and I didn't know who Moon Knight was at the time, and all these other Avengers, and I thought that was a cool cover. And you can see them kind of all mad at each other. And so that's my gateway into there. So little side note. So that Iron Man is I think Tony Stark was in that Iron Man in this. Originally in this armor was Rhodey, Jim Rhodes. But Iron Man, I believe, was in the West Coast Adventures, Iron Man was Tony Stark, initially anyways. And there's... so that's Iron Man is, I think they call it Centurion armor. I'm not sure. And then we got Mockingbird. We got Spider-Woman. I forgot what her name was. Something Carpenter, I believe. And because there's also a Jessica Drew Spider-Woman, and that's not her, obviously. This is another one. There's Tigra, and there's Hank Pym. Now, in the comic books, at this time, Hank Pym was kind of on the outs with the Avengers. They did a whole storyline with him and some kind of domestic violence with the Wasp, and so he kind of went crazy and just kind of left for a while. And so this was his gateway back into the Avengers by joining the West Coast Avengers as a consultant initially. So he wasn't Ant-Man or Giant Man or anything like that at the time. He was just helping them out, kind of in a tech position, like the guy in the chair. Yeah, so here we are. We have them in their figures. I think I'm not going to actually open up the box, because I kind of like it to keep them in there. But we can kind of see the figures themselves. You can see Iron Man there, and you can see he's got good articulation in the joints and the arms and the hip, the head and the torso and the legs, and they all kind of have that. And you can see the hands are interchangeable. You can pull them out and do that. And then we have Mockingbird. Mockingbird comes with her staff, and there's a big one, and it comes with 2 batons there and different hands. So with the hand in there, you can see that she has a kung fu karate chop and a fist. You can see the legs have some good articulation. The boots have the kind of the 70s style boots that she was known for wearing. And then we have simple, almost like a gymnastics type of leotard going on, and some kind of bracelets of some sorts. I'd imagine they might be, I don't know if they deflect bullets or not. I have no idea, like Wonder Woman, but I mean, she's got those wristbands. I don't know what they're for exactly. Cool mask on top. I like the hair. This is, I believe her name is Bobby, and I like the hair there. So that's kind of cool. And the mask is our typical mask there. And then we have Hank Pym there in his jumpsuit. And you can see he's got his hand open there and a fist there, and then you can change it out to 2 hands there. I don't know exactly what he's holding. He doesn't really come with any weapons, so I'm not exactly sure why they included extra hands. But anyways, they have there. I like the face shape. It's pretty cool. I mean, Hank Pym's kind of boring in this uniform. This jumpsuit, I have to say, I don't know about it. But that is how he prepared in the comic books. I do like the Spider-Man costume. I really did like it at the time when it came out. She really looked unique and kind of paired well when Spider-Man went to the black costume. And even afterwards, I mean, she just had a unique costume, which really helped with the character because she was a complete unknown at the time. But yeah, I like the eyes. The hair is really nice. The insignia is really nice. Different hands, so she's got the fists there, so she can, punch people. She got the open hands there. I don't see her coming with any webbing, which is kind of a shame. It doesn't look like she came with any webbing. There's Tigra, and Tigra comes with 2 different heads. So there's the head that she's on right there, and you can see she's got more of a ferocious head there with some kind of like tiger streaks on her face as well, and a really major snarl on her face, like she's gonna kill you. The hands there look like they're gonna claw your head out. You can see those ones come with fists. And Tigra's uniform was not much for the imagination. She basically wore a swimsuit, basically, bra and panties. I'm not sure what you want to call that. But yeah, she basically had a Tigra with the tail and like a bikini bottom and top type of thing going on, which is pretty comic accurate. Very interesting choice of combat mode, but I mean, it is what it is. So that is the West Coast Avengers right there. Now, as far as how they articulate, there you go, right there, Avengers, 60 years of Earth's mightiest. So, sorry, that's upside down, but I was reading upside down. So, right again, right there, Avengers, 60 years of Earth's mightiest. Overall, this is a really cool set, I think, for people that like the Marvel Legends, and it's a cool way to get the Avengers West Coast. Not a lot of people, I guess, were big fans of the West Coast Avengers. I was. I mean, and I say that because, I mean, eventually that comic book got canceled. So I guess not a lot of people reading it, which is a shame. I really like that comic book. And so, I mean, Hasbro does make different things. So I think the mobility is very similar to this G.I. Joe figure with the arms. The hands do come out here as well. So the mobility and the torso is more or less the same as these Marvel select characters. The knee joints all move. I'm pretty sure the foot joint moves as well on these characters. So very similar. I think the Marvel Legends came out first, and so the classified G.I. Joes came out afterwards. So, but I think they used the same type of kind of mold as far as how the joints move. And so that's why I didn't think it was that important for me to open it, because they're all going to move similar. And it's not like I'm going to take those out to play with so much. So I'm just going to keep it in a box. But for those of you that love this these Marvel Legends sets. If you are a fan of the West Coast Avengers, I think this is a really cool way to get a number of characters that you probably wouldn't get otherwise. And so, I'm not a big collector of Marvel Legends. I just some of them I do collect, but I'm not a huge collector of it. So, but as I said, if you're, I saw this on sale, and I was a big fan of West Coast Avengers, so I picked it up. And so if I think it's a nice set, and if you like the West Coast Avengers, I don't think you can go wrong with this one. So that's my take on it. This is Chucky from Collecting for Fun. I hope you enjoyed a look at the West Coast Avengers Legends series set. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button. Many of you who do watch our videos are not subscribing, and we really need your help. We want to get to 1,000 subscribers, and please subscribe. It really does help the channel, and kind of helps us know, where we're going. And then, we have something really special planned when we hit 1,000. We are going to be getting a Robosen Grimlock, and we're going to pair that with our Robosen Optimus Prime and make some really cool videos for you guys. So please help the channel out, and we will see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. This is Chucky from Collecting for Fun, and as always, we appreciate you, and thank you so much for watching. You guys take care. We'll see you next time. Bye now.